So we're here at Xposure, and we have a wonderful Greek photographer, Maro Kouri, who has done this really interesting series called Little Homeland of Diversity. And we'll be speaking with her. I first want to thank all the people here at Xposure for allowing us to use their facilities, who's just been great. So as we start, tell us the story. Tell us how you came to document this immigration that's happening in Athens.
My name is Maro Kouri.
Kouri, okay.
First of all, thank you for the invitation, and thank you also for the facilities their group. It started many years ago, more than 15 years ago, when the first migrants from Asia and Africa started to stay in the area where I was living in the center of Athens, in Sepolia, Vathi Square, Attiki, Harnaun Street, downtown Athens. It is a neighborhood where I grew up, and it's a neighborhood with internal immigrants in the decade of 80 and 70 where I grew up. And then the Greeks started to leave, and then the African and Asian people came to stay, and I was living there with my kids.
And what made the Greeks leave this particular area?
Live outside of the center,
okay.
To suburbs.
Yep.
Not all,
right.
Most. I really enjoyed it. I live this full of life and vibrance and multinational, of course. And also I've been to their countries. We used to work on assignments in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in Tanzania, in Ethiopia, in Egypt, in Turkey. So for me, it was like I had a lot of hospitality in their houses, even people that they were really poor, even families in Ethiopia that the daughter, she had to sell her kidney in order to survive the rest of the family, and they were giving me hospitality, something to eat, So for me, those people were, I don't want to be, very dramatic, but they are like a family to me because I don't know.
Right off the top,
we
straight
were
away.
dancing together, we were eating together, they were supporting me to go for the next step in my assignments. They're helpful. So for me, being in my hometown, it's something I was feeling joy because there are people with inner joy, keeping their inner joy, even they have nothing in materialism. And I was going to find them in their gospel churches, in their mosques, in their Hindu churches, in their Sikh churches, in the Ethiopian churches, and we're not talking about churches, huh?
Yeah.
We're talking about warehouses, old press olive factories, industrial, underground, all of these, all tavernas, the gospel churches, for instance, because they have singers and drums and guitars, they use the ex-tavernas that we used to go with our parents when we were kids at night. So those are gospel churches, yeah.
So, it's pretty rare to be working on a project in your hometown. It's sort of very convenient, right? You can go home. So many times photojournalists have to travel around the world, and this is happening in your backyard.
Okay, three things. Athens is a paradise for photojournalists.
Yeah.
It's like, always. I grew up there. For me, I could see a lot of pictures. I think I was a photojournalist before having a camera. My eye was looking, I remember me making photos just with my naked eye. I remember black and white.
Is that right?
I remember old ladies from the mountains of Greece that they were coming to stay in Athens because that was this government at that time that pushes everybody from the highland to come and live in the city and live in these small apartments. So I remember the gypsies with the beer, the animal that they were dancing. So I remember pictures, and I was free to go around because my father and mother, they had shops in the street selling furniture, so I was living with them in the shop, so I was free. Yeah. The second is that to work in your hometown, it is difficult, but at the same time is a big and good challenge that COVID proved that to us. that photography and art and creativity and being close to your heart and express whatever is there, negative feelings or positive whatever, into art, into a frame or photograph, is not depending by where you go.
Right.
We prefer Asia and Africa because this amazing chaos of beautiful people and also vulnerability attract our hearts to make the click of the heart. But COVID and this staying at home proved that we can photograph independent space. The only space is the heart.
Yeah, that's very true. So show us some images. Why do you think that the Greeks in general were so accommodating to all of these immigrants coming from around the world? Like, what is it about them that made them so accepting? Because as you go through your images, everyone, all those images are so pleasant and such a wonderful place for these folks to continue their praying and their customs. What is it about the environment there that just lent itself to come and become part of our country?
It's not about the Greeks that are hospitable. It's about the places of prayer. When you pray, you go close to you. You go close to your truth, and you are not. Maybe you're happy. Maybe you're not happy. When you are not happy, you go for forgiveness and you go to ecstasy, like this woman.
Yeah.
This woman, before 2 minutes, she was on the floor crying, about asking for forgiveness, throwing out all her sins, and now she feels clear and she dances. That's the gospel church. That's the taverna that we used to go when I was little with my parents, and now is the gospel church. You see, it's very poor. You see there's humidity. They try their best. It's not easy for them to be in Athens. It's not the best. It's not so hospitable. You know that 2013 we had the fascists, the Golden Dawn, in the parliament, and of course I did also a story about those people, and it's not about have any hate with people that they are coming from other countries. It's a deeper issue.
What do you mean by a deeper issue?
I mean that, we had crisis, and suddenly somebody says it's because of the immigrants.
Right. Easy.
But the immigrants, they were washing the glasses of the car in the traffic light. No Greek did that.
Right.
So it's a deeper issue. Means that it's nice to find comfort in lies.
Right. Yeah. And
so this is this is a makeshift mosque on Olive Press in Peristeri area near the center, and this is one of the mosques that they have room for women. And for instance, I'm very welcome to all those places.
Yeah,
First of all, because
that.
I know those people, I know their countries, I've been to their countries. So if I see a Bangladesh in the Hindu church, it's in Omonia Square, first floor of a building which is totally empty, and they see me, I said, I've been to Dhaka, I've been to Ramana Park, I've been to Chittagong, I was living there. I'm so happy. And also when I see a Greek going to the places of the prayer, their neighborhoods, and showing my truth, which is just interesting about them. And of course, I always respect. I put my clothes to respect their. I don't want them not to feel respected. They can see my truth, that I'm there as a photographer, and sometimes, most of the times actually, because to work in Greece now it's difficult, as you know, so I do a lot of workshops, photographic workshops. So I go to these places with people, with groups of people. And most of the participants of my groups of photography workshops are people who want to meet those people, but the media say the worst. So people with their heart, they want to meet. At the end of every prayer, those people, the Muslims, all of them, they prepare an amazing dinner for us.
Wow. Yeah. So all of this is about really hospitality and people being accommodating to each other, right? I mean, it feels like it's one big family, and they allow you this access because they can trust you, and you have this common feel for where they are because you as a child had parts of those same experiences.
At the yeah, also because I was in their countries.
Yeah.
And also because, you know, photography is something innocent and good.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have any fear, I mean,
Right.
any dilemma.
Right.
You're just doing something that you love.
And I'm sure they feel that from you as you're asking for access. They can feel your passion for what it is that you do.
Yeah, there's an inner connection between their passion and my passion.
Yes, and how long did that take for you to get this full access to these different
I'm
different
very
houses?
good about this. They come to me just because they know that I will show to them how to get access. I'm very good in access.
No, but I mean like the Hindu places or the...
Most of the places, if I feel that I can photograph this, even if it's only men, even I don't know what, I told you, I did a 3 months story into the fascistic party of Greece with the people, not with the authority.
Right. And what is it about you that you feel so confident about getting access? What is the gift that you have?
I'm very brave into this part of work. I'm brave. I say, okay, go for do the step. I just do the step.
And all right, so you're brave. What is the approach? Just be yourself, and you realize that people will be accommodating to you because they can feel
maybe
your
they
passion.
do, maybe they're not. Sometimes maybe they say no.
So that does happen sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
Yep. So,
But I'm a little bit philosopher, so because I have to negotiate with all these things because I'm not alone. Most of the times I'm with participants, different people for the workshop. So I thought about it. And I say, if there is a no, take it as a yes for somewhere else. So if I come to you and you say no, I say okay, thank you. And then you show me to go somewhere else to make photos. And there, the photos are more great. So I'm grateful to you because you show me the way to go somewhere else.
So one no is an opportunity to go somewhere else.
Yes. Or you say no, but I can see the yes. I can feel the yes. It's not my thing. And in a way, I make the photo of you. And at the end, we are friends or we have a nice... Or no, it's... But most of the times...
And do you always go back and show them the images that you've created? Like, how is the ongoing relationship?
I want to say something.
Yes.
Well, photojournalists, I know that most of us, we don't give photographs back. Not because we don't want, but freelancing photojournalists, you have to do a lot of work, a lot of logistic, a lot. So, but what I do, when I have a workshop, I have a piece of paper introduction about different things that you have to do, tips, for the participants, and then I say, the next time you will go, it would be very nice to print your photos and give them to them, and that's what they do. So we go to Omo Valley, to the tribes in Ethiopia, second time, and some of them, they come again, the participants, and they bring the photos to the tribes. And the tribes, they see something that they never saw in their lives. Also, it happens to them. So I care in that way.
Yeah.
So this little boy, Harun, is a Pakistani boy studying the Quran in the makeshift mosque, and the story continues in the caption because photojournalism is about the photograph, but also the information, and the information is written in the caption, which I will now tell you. So the imami, the most famous imami in Athens, his name is Santiki. He's teaching this young boy and many boys the Quran. And the day before, the extremists destroyed, vandalized the house of imami. So it was very close to my house, and I went there to photograph. And the house was totally vandalized. Even the windows, everything was upside down. The day after, I was in the mosque to photograph, and I saw the imam with a smile like this, teaching the boys. Asked him, how you do that? How? I mean, you're not in any drama. He said, there's no drama. Past is dust. And that was a message, and how we say it was a good learning for me. So we learn from photojournalism. We learn from our people that we photograph.
Yeah, that's a great lesson, right? Just let it go, and we move forward.
Especially for Greeks who really like dramas and tragedies.
Yeah. So from a practical side, do these folks, the immigrants in general, do they look for Greek citizenship and all that sort of logistic work, so that do they plan on staying? Do they plan on going back? Do they want to get to Germany? Have you gotten deep into that?
2015 was documenting the refugees that they were coming from Syria, Afghanistan, now in Sudan. They come from Sudan. Most of them, they have families in Europe, in North Europe, in Sweden, in Austria, in Germany.
Right.
So most of them, they wanted to go there. In 2015, the government we had that time opened the borders so they could just go.
Continue that trip, yeah.
And now the law is really strict. Now, whoever is coming, he has to go to the jail.
Has to go to the jail. Wow.
And if you can make papers for asylum, like the Sudanese people,
yeah,
he can do something, but it's really all the rest. They have to go back to their country. Otherwise, they stay in the jail. There's nothing else than jail with this new law of our new government.
Right. So for an immigrant that has a child while they're in Greece, is that automatically Greek citizenship?
Families that have children or grandchildren now. One of my best friends, I also am a spiritual mother of her daughter Flora. She has grandchildren, and still they negotiate about the nationality. They cannot vote still, and we're talking about more than 10% of the population.
In Greece in general, or in Athens?
In Greece.
Wow, so
most of them are in Athens, but also we have a lot in countryside, because Greeks, agriculture, they work with the Pakistani people.
Right.
So this is in the main square of Athens. The main square of Athens called the Omonia. Omonia is from the word homos, same, and nous, homos, nous, same, mind. So for me, this photograph is the confirmation of this, of the name of the square. Unity, harmony, togetherness.
So, for the typical Greek citizen who lives in and around these areas, is this something really strange? Is it hard to get used to these, seeing prayer at the middle of the day in town square, like your parents seeing that? Are in general, are people comfortable watching this immigration wave come through their nations?
There is a lot of propaganda in the media.
Yep.
A lot. But the people that they live there, they are obliged at the end of the day to talk with those people, because those people, they have children, they have families. The children, for instance, they are together in the school and they make friends. The children have no mind to say, I'm afraid of you because you're Albanian. And I see that the citizens of the center of Athens, some of them are snob and they say bad words, but most of them, especially the young, and now in those areas there are a lot of digital nomads that come from Germany and England and France, and then those mosaic, the mixture is much more calm and beautiful. And I like it.
And are the immigrant communities themselves integrating with the other immigrant societies, or does everyone stay to themselves? Or a little bit of both?
Immigration means nostalgia. So every Sunday they go to the church, not only because they pray, but because they find together their own.
Commonality.
No, they can talk their own dialect, they can eat their food, they can play the kids together in the church. I mean, I'm here first time with Athens Photo World, and I feel very grateful to these amazing photographers that the part of their life is working as photojournalists, and then they dedicated to do the Athens Photo World organization that brought 5 photographers, including me, together with Xposure here. And when I say that all those days we are together.
Right.
So I said, look, we are all the Greeks together. I go a little bit outside to talk with other colleagues, etc. But most of the time we're together having fun.
Right.
So I realized that you need that also.
Yeah, and so as you sit here, do you imagine the younger people will be the generations that will really integrate with each other? Right, the young kids who are going to university and playing football and doing all the different things that they do, dancing, that generation will get more and more integrated with each other and have girlfriends and boyfriends and all of that.
This is already done, for instance, in cities like Paris and London. This starts now in Athens, yes. Yeah. I mean, I see Greek girls with African boys in this neighborhood, eh?
Right.
Yeah, and thank you. That's
so
good.
Is there any significance that it's the city that is bringing everyone together, that, the big city versus if people were out in the suburbs? In the city, we have to live next to each other. We have to be together. Does that help this integration?
Yes. And at the same time, the city center is vibrant, You walk and you smell all the planet. And if you think you travel everywhere, and I feel free to say something to this person. In the suburbs, we don't say good morning.
Yeah.
And there you walk, you sit, okay, bring me something, and then I say, okay, take me there. It's, I don't know, it's a big home.
Yeah. And is there a process to become a citizen? Like, do you have to be in Greece, for a certain amount of years and then apply? How does that work? Because I imagine...
Bureaucracy. And
say
now,
again?
Bureaucracy. And now it's worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
But at some point, these folks, these immigrants from around the world, are going to become incredibly important as it relates to the economic piece. It's sort of like in the States.
They don't care about those problems because, first of all, they saved themselves and their families from blood, from rapes, from war, from poverty.
Right. Yeah.
They don't care if there's bureaucracy or not. Their life back is worse. And the money that they make there, they save 2 families in their country back.
So they send it back.
Yeah. They send money back.
Yes, that's something that's done in all situations like this, where the immigrants come, they save their money, and they send it back home, right, to make it better for them. So, do a lot of people have the dream of going back when it's better to go back, or there comes a threshold point? I love being in Greece and I want to stay.
They love Greece. They say that if they have to compare Greece with other countries in Europe, they love Greece. Some of them, if they leave the families back, like Bangladesh, they, at the end, when they go like 60 and they have a concentrated amount of money, they go back. Nigerians, for instance, they make families, they bring all the women, many years ago, they are making their families already in Greece, and the kids that they grow up, they prefer to go and work outside in Europe. They don't want to go back in Nigeria.
Yeah, so go to the next slide and tell me.
This is Ethiopia Church, and this is a temple, this is a four-ground building, old industry, and it's in Davros area, and it's the temple of Sikh. And the first floor, it's a huge area. The first floor is the kitchen. All together they cook, men and women, they cook. They make this bread, I don't remember, not injera. Anyway, this bread, the naan, and then they sit all together on the ground in these carpets, and the others, they bring the food and they serve, and it's really nice food. And then on the second floor is the kindergarten, let's say. And the third floor is the temple. They have instruments, they play Indian music, they pray. It's very a place of happiness, actually. It's beautiful colors. So this is a more difficult moment for me. This is not Athens. This is in the borders between Greece and Turkey. This is the river Evros, that the the refugees used that borders before the fence to cross, especially the vulnerable people, the families, old people, aged, because they could walk to Greece. There was a 12 kilometers area that was land. But most of them, when they were coming by the river, there were a lot of, still are, pushbacks by the police, and some of them, they were dying. So this imami here, in these areas also there is a minority, a Muslim minority, up northeast in this area in Greece. So they have mosques and imami. And this imami that day was very sad because he had to bury 25 unidentified individuals.
Unidentified, wow. Yeah. So, I mean, is Athens, is Greece in general ready for does it have the infrastructure for the Hindu customs or the customs of any country that comes to be adaptable to the way they conduct a wedding, a funeral? You know, how does that work? And
this funeral was 750 kilometers away from Athens. Right. That time, 2011, 12, there was no cemetery for Muslim people in Athens. So if there was a family, a Muslim family, and had an old man dying, they had to send him even to the country back, otherwise up north. Now we have a cemetery, but now.
Yeah, and is that something that, you know, as that starts to happen, because more and more people are elderly and will pass away, that over here we have a Muslim cemetery, and is that something that is easily accommodated for each of these immigrants?
Nothing is easy for them.
Say again?
Nothing is easy
Nothing
for
is
them.
Easy.
No,
Okay.
we make their family, their life struggle.
And how does that change? Like,
how it's going to change?
Yes, yeah, like, you know, is it the numbers of people as you know, because so much of this for me as an American, you know, we're an immigrant nation, and you know, people are. You know,
do you know a place that this is changed? Do you know a place that people that they happen to have birth in a country that is poor and in a country that has floods like Bangladesh, or countries of Africa that they are under apartheid in order the other people to have diamonds? Do you know a country that we feel equal with everyone and we don't take the advantage of those people, make them slaves? Do you know?
No, tell me.
One country? Do you know one? I don't know. You
know?
No.
I understand what you're saying.
Know.
Yeah.
I would like to find one.
Yeah.
So it's not about country, it's about ourselves. It's about us.
Yes.
To try not to take the advantage of the weak person in this life.
But I mean, of course I understand. But then there becomes an issue at some point where just the numbers of people force us to accommodate, force us to find a way to make it work, because we have to, right? We're human beings, and we have to give the people who pass away dignity, or the young children that are born, right? There just becomes a number of people that we have to, like, what is the government, what do the people think about this wave of, you know, we have to be humanitarians?
Well, you said that.
Yeah. I don't have the answer to that. I'm just trying to understand.
Well, this is the answer. This is the answer. We have to be human.
Okay.
That's the answer. That's the only answer. We are human, and we have to be human beings.
Yes.
And it's easy.
If you want, yeah. And you must.
So this is the photograph in the Sikh temple. I love this photograph because it's a relationship with father and son. Mosque.
Yep.
Ethiopian church.
It must be so powerful to be in there and feel their joy, right? I mean, that must be so special.
I think that's why they can't go to their church every Sunday,
Yeah.
because they feel their inner power in togetherness with their own people. Yeah, they pray, they sing, they do this la 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 this. They cook, they eat together.
Beautiful wardrobes as well. Is there something that, because we're coming to the end, that you see as you sit here what the future looks like for these different ethnic groups that are going to be Greeks?
They are Greeks.
Yeah, I mean,
They are born in Greece. In Greece, they went to Greek schools. They know Greek history. They feel Greek. If you ask them, they feel Greek.
yeah, that's really a beautiful idea. That's great.
And we are not only Greek. You know, we are also human.
Yes.
And planet Earth, and I mean.
Yeah, no, that's very beautiful. So tell me about this and.
These are the Swedish immigrants,
Right.
And now we have a lot of digital nomads that they are coming from those countries in Athens. So this is the Santa Lucia Christmas celebration, which is really atmospheric. Because migration is not only about African and Asian and poor countries, it's also about the people that they prefer to come to Greece to live, because Greece is an amazing country to live. There is nightlife, there is good food, there is communication between the people, connection, easier connection, fun, sun.
Yeah, I love this photograph. The little prince. Very, very beautiful.
This photograph was making as I was communicating to the participants of the workshop how the photograph is taken. The photograph is taken not because you are planning what to do, but because you feel yourself free and you move as a dancer without understanding what you do, but you do what you feel and you have the instinct very open, and suddenly the photo is there and you do that. You do that with the camera and you have the photo. So I was trying just to be and show them how we move to make the frame, and when we see the frame, we don't think we just make the frame. That's how this photograph was taken.
And that is the perfect way to end. I thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you too. Thank you as well.
Very, very, very inspiring and very heartwarming. So thank you, and we thank everyone here at Xposure for allowing us to sit and chat. So thank you.
Shukran.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.